a very good segue, by the way, in your report to talking about National Mentoring Month. I've asked Councilmember Boki, who is the proud father of students at Hutloff Middle School and Idlewild Elementary School.
And Lakes.
And Lakes. To join at the podium with Mr. David O'Keefe, the Executive Director of Communities and Schools of Lakewood, and Ms. Ellie Wilson, the Chairperson of Caring Adult Task Force from Lakewood's Promise. If they would join Councilmember Boki at the podium for a proclamation declaring January 2013 as National Mentoring Month.
Where do you want him? Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Whereas mentors help teach important skills that are necessary for a healthy, successful life and help shape the character of our young people, they instill compassion and responsibility in our children and help motivate them to do their best in school. By providing leadership and guidance, mentors can inspire young people to set high goals and help them achieve a bright future. And whereas during National Mentoring Month, we recognize the dedicated individuals who volunteer their time to mentor young people, and we encourage more citizens to give back to their communities as mentors. And whereas mentors are friends, teachers, coaches, role models who open doors of opportunity, convey values, and help provide stability and encouragement that young people need to succeed, and whereas research has shown that mentoring measurably affects young people by improving social skills, strengthening academic competence, increasing school attendance, improving rates of secondary school graduation and college attendance, decreasing involvement with drugs and alcohol, and decreasing violent behavior. And whereas mentoring is a proven effective strategy of matching a caring, responsible adult with a child to provide guidance, stability, direction to the child, and to build the child's confidence. And whereas the Caring Adult Task Force has facilitated a collaborative effort to provide training to mentors in our community to increase their effectiveness. And whereas the establishment of National Mentoring Month emphasizes the importance of mentoring and recognizes with praise and gratitude that many individuals in our community and throughout the United States who are involved with mentoring, and whereas many youth in the city of Lakewood are waiting for mentors, now therefore the Lakewood City Council proclaims January 2013 as National Mentoring Month in the city of Lakewood, and encourages Lakewood residents to honor the role models in our lives by becoming mentors in our community and thanking the mentors of our youth. Proclaim this 7th day of January 2013. So Ellie, thank you very much for all your work. If you'd like to say something, go ahead.
Want a picture first?
Thank you. Thank you to all of you on the council, and to those of you behind the scenes as well. This is a highlight of the year and a great way to start out 2013. I have to say that there are a lot of people in our community that do mentoring, not only our high school students, even our elementary students, which do peer-to-peer mentoring, as well as a large number of adults in a variety of ways and with a variety of organizations in our community. And I would like to acknowledge that we have Paul Caswell here, who is on the student council, who does mentoring of his own from Harrison Prep. We have Eric Kramer from the Boys and Girls Club, and I would like you to stand up so that we can see where you are. And Clayton from the Y. Are there any others that I have overlooked by any chance? These are organizations which also work with young people and are mentoring on a daily basis. Perhaps they'll have a chance to provide a few words of what they do with their agencies after I finish speaking, or whenever. Is this a good time? Okay. Then I would like to introduce also...
We don't take any TV timeout, so it's no problem.
Okay. So come on up. And Dave, who is behind me with Communities and Schools, I think all three of them could probably share a few words with you about the good mentoring, the just wonderful mentoring that goes on in Lakewood.
So the Communities and Schools model is a school-based model. We meet with students at the school during the school day. We train mentors to set goals with students in grades 3 through 12. And we hope that our mentors stay with their student right up to graduation. That's our ideal mentor, is someone who walks that student all the way to the podium. So that's, in a nutshell, what we do. Just recently in December, I had a chance to talk with the staff at St. Clair's Hospital, the leadership staff. That's about 80 people. There's quite a few more employees. I believe there's probably 1,000 employees, I think, at St. Clair's. So Kathy Bressler, the CEO at St. Clair's, has decided to become a mentor herself and encourage her leadership staff to make sure that everyone at St. Clair's has an opportunity to mentor that really wants to mentor. This is an example. Andy United did the same thing here at City of Lakewood, inviting employees to become mentors and just making sure that there is enough time for them to do that. So we are looking forward to quite a harvest here in January of some new mentors that can add to the ranks of what we're doing in schools. So thanks to everyone on the council that supports this. Proclamation says it all.
Yeah, I'll just reiterate Dave's comments real quick, just saying thank you for really acknowledging the importance of mentoring. And mentoring, a lot of people think is this big word of a very formal relationship, and it's not. It can be, but at the same time, it can be a kid who may live next door to you that you happen to know and watch grow up and go watch his baseball games and tell him good job and support him. And it can be as an adult, you can mentor another adult. It can be as a kid. It's, it's really about caring about people and supporting them and kind of surrounding them. And I think, speaking from the Boys and Girls Club, I see the importance of that all the time. I see the importance of kids needing adults or needing other kids and somebody in their life just to support them along the way, because they may not have those going on in their natural lives and their families and such. And so just being a part of that. And as Lakewood's Promise Advisory Board member, we spoke last time about wanting to make a statement this month. And one of the things that I wanted to do here today was just to challenge the City Council to spend time in January, to come out and to spend time with kids and really do it. I'll open the Boys and Girls Club, I'll open my schedule anytime to personally sit down with any City Council member and read a book with a kid, and I'm sure Dave and I'm sure Clayton would do the same, and many agencies in this city that have the opportunity to work with kids. We would be honored and love to have a City Council member and leadership staff within the city as well to come and to actually spend time with kids and to show how important that truly is and that we can make a difference in their lives. So with that, again, thank you.
Clayton Denault, the chair of Lakewood Promise and executive director at the YMCA. And I wanted to tell you a quick story that was relayed to me. I've been with the Y for 23 years, but in Lakewood just since last February. And my predecessor and now boss wanted to share with all of us a warm holiday story about a young man he had to kick out of the Y maybe 10 years ago because he was so enraged on the basketball court and wanting to fight somebody. And when my boss, Charlie, kicked him out, he threatened him with violence and to get a gun, and it was not a pleasant scene. This gentleman wrote Charlie a letter that he received about 3 weeks ago about how he's married, has a couple kids, and he so appreciated the structure that he got at the Y, that when he went across boundaries, how we set him straight. And he's one of many stories, but I think it's one at moments like this when we realize the importance of having that caring adult that knows how to set the limits, knows how to be caring and loving. And one of the things, and Eric might come back up, that we agreed as a promise we would do here tonight is kind of give you a call to action so that you might have an opportunity to spend a little time as a mentor in one of our organizations. So without listing every possible opportunity with the Y and the Boys and Girls Club and that David mentioned, just want to let you know about a few programs where you can see me after or come by the Y, but we do Boys and Girls Club also, and the Y have a late night program. The Y is 9:30 to 11:30 on Friday nights, and we look for somebody to come in and speak to these teens at the commencement of the program and tell them how important it is to be civic-minded and give back to the community before they're allowed to play and eat and so forth. Somehow we get their attention when they know there's food waiting over there, and they're very attentive for that first 15 minutes anyway. But we get anywhere from 150 kids, and we'd love to have you out as part of that program. It's well supported by volunteers. We have a youth center that is open from 3:30 to 8 p.m., and there's homework help. They do art projects Mondays and Wednesdays, or you can just shoot a game of pool, ping pong, or foosball with these kids, and they sure do appreciate it. Some of the kids, the younger kids, just pull out something to draw, and they like to just talk to you while you draw a picture together, and that's very impactful for them. And the program that that has become dear to me, one of our staff member who has a, it's funny, Christine can't stand her own brother, as she will gladly admit, as she raised him, and he is a developmentally challenged young man. But she has developed one of the best programs, in addition to swim programs, Exceptional Night Out. So this is to give a caregiver of somebody who takes care of somebody who's got a mental or physical disability the night off. And we, along with volunteers from UPS physical and occupational therapy programs, take care of these kids for about 5 hours and play games with them and give them something structured. And if that's dear to your heart, I think you'd really enjoy something like that. But I would turn it back and see if anybody else in the group has some offerings, because again, we'd love to see you at one of these programs and have you personally get involved. But greatly appreciate this. This is, I'm sure, hugely important to all of us, as you can tell. Thanks.
Well, as you can see, there are a variety of mentoring types of programs in our community. If you have questions about any of them, you can contact the Y Boys and Girls Club, communities and schools. You can even call City Hall, and they will point you in the right direction. A lot of what we do in the way of recruiting is done by word of mouth. So if you know someone who you think would be a great candidate for mentoring, encourage them to contact one of us, and we'd be more than happy to take them under our wing and show them exactly, what is at stake here. Again, thank you for allowing us to come, and thank you for what you are doing for our youth here in Lakewood. Appreciate
Well, thank
that
you, and
very
if you
much.
all wouldn't mind, we'd like you to come over here in the well so we can take a photo. If council will head down.